I started stealing, like going in the stores, stealing Mad Dog 2020, shoplifting at like Richmond Gordman's. Like by the time I turned 13, my mom and dad was getting divorced. Once they divorced, I moved to Kansas City with my mom.
Welcome to Scheme Heme TV. We're here with my cuz Demetria, Mimi Harrison today. We're gonna go through her story. She gonna shoot through it and let y'all know a little something about everything she done went through and her books and everything she got going on. So we wanna shoot back to the beginning a little bit, let these people know where you from and where you was born and all that.
I am Demetria Mimi Harrison, like you said. Born Omaha, Nebraska, raised Kansas City, Missouri. I now reside in Atlanta, Georgia.
What area was you born in?
The 70s, so I'm a 70s baby. Born in Omaha, so you know how that go in the 70s. It was a lot of just not a lot of black people in Omaha just growing up, so I grew up pretty good. Like
What
my
part of
mom and
Omaha
dad.
was it?
Omaha, well, when I was first born, probably we had just probably moved out of the project, so I was living right off like 18th Street. And once I came around like 2 years old or something, I moved in Mid City, like 38th and Brown Street. So the Midtown, but you know, it was like upper for black people in that time.
Moms and pops in the household.
Exactly. Moms and pops in the household. They were married, so like by the time I turned 13, my mom and dad was getting divorced. Once they divorced, I moved to Kansas City with my mom.
What kind of work did they do?
My dad was a truck driver working for UPS, and he was in a motorcycle club. My mom, she was a pathologist, a lab technician, and she always was at church, you know, singing. She led a church group called the Mitchell Singers with her sisters and my cousins that sang. So, you know, it was a good household, like no drugs around, not nobody cursing, or we going to church. So I wasn't just into a lifestyle that I seen any kind of drugs or anything crazy going on. I was literally at church.
So what about like siblings? You have any brothers or sisters?
Yes, I have my brother Greg. Rest in peace, Greg. You know, Greg passed away 6 years ago. Um, Charlesette, my big sister, she's here in Kansas City. Then I have two sisters in Omaha, which is Dorothy and Renita. That's from another relationship, with my dad. And I have a sister, um, Megan. She passed away as well. Rest in peace to Megan and Greg.
So where you fall in at?
So it's Greg and Charlesette, which is my mom's children. And then I'm after Charlesette 6 years. So I'm 7 years younger than my brother, 6 years younger than Charlesette.
What was it kind of like coming up in your household?
I guess because I was way younger, I probably I mean, I won't even say I was spoiled, I guess, because my mom made me cook and she wouldn't even make Charlesette cook now that I think about it, but she always would make me cook. Thank goodness I can cook now. So my dad was around, my brother, he was tell us what to do. He was like a father figure. Cause my dad, he might sit around and my mom whoop us or something. He like leave the kids alone. So it was one of those kind of households. So it was pretty good. Mom always went to church and work. Dad driving his motorcycle at work and us going to school.
What was you like on a school tip?
Um, in Omaha, I was good. I was okay. You know, I used to get teased in Omaha because I was dark, and it's a lot of white people in Omaha. So I would get teased for my big teeth and how dark I was. So you know that was kind of crazy and messed up. But as far as school, I was okay, probably till about seventh or right eighth grade. Started looking
What's
back.
still going on?
I started stealing. We in Omaha, me and my homegirl Mary Kay. I have a friend, Mary Kay. We've been friends since we were 5 years old. Her mom was my mother's civil rights attorney because my mother used to work, like I said, for as a lab technician. So she worked, and it would be people that come in the job under her that didn't have the ranking, but because of the color, they would get the job. So she sued the hospital, and Mary Kay's mother was her attorney. So me and Mary Kay became friends when we were kids. So by middle school now, we shoplifting at like Richmond Gordman, still in La Costa, and going in what is it, the stores, still in Mad Dog 2020, and drinking before a volleyball game because we played volleyball. So
Your household kind of, you was more on the church tip and everything. What made you shift over to that lifestyle?
I think it was more or less Kansas City.